I must say that the exhibitors don't know this, but visitors do want to get in touch with the companies. Customer is the king. You always need to be nearer to your customers. The visitors actually come in to see some X factor in the stands. Digital touchscreen or a VR or augmented reality application, maybe interactive floors. Digitally, you can do a raffle draw. You could actually try and make some apps. They would come there and engage and try and win. So people always like rewards. So you should have that on your stand.
Wow, so these are some great tips that you have given. Is there a way to measure what kind of impact your event has been able to create?
So when people are engaged, they leave their digital contacts. Playing the game, you give the information. By scanning the QR code, you give this information. I think there's a lot of help in calculating how many people came to the stand.
Hi everyone. So in today's episode, my conversation with Petrus is going to reveal how a services business can be scaled. He's taken his business to a 20 CR turnover in his 15 years of contribution. And what are the key trends and innovations that are happening in the events and exhibition industry globally? What are the key tips which an exhibitor should keep in mind during the pre-event marketing, during the exhibition experience itself, and after the event as well. So there are going to be some key takeaways for entrepreneurs in the services business. There are going to be takeaways for the people, business owners who participate in exhibitions, be it manufacturing businesses, trading businesses, services businesses. You can learn a lot from these tips when you are participating in the events and derive the maximum ROI from your business. So I'm excited for this conversation. I hope you are equally as excited. See you on the other side. Welcome to Meet Momentum Masters. Today's Momentum Master is a second generation entrepreneur, someone who's taking global strides in the events and exhibition industry. His company, Target Advertising and Marketing, has over 36 years of experience in designing of custom booths for trade shows, not only in India, but globally. They have been working with MSMEs, corporates, and even governments of multiple countries. He has been instrumental in steering his company towards a global presence. They're not only making waves in India, but across 16 countries globally. What makes him different is his approach towards latest technology adoption and fearless decision making. Time to meet our second Momentum Master, Petrusp Kasad. Welcome to the show, Petrus.
Thank you, Shweta. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So, Petrus, you have done Masters in Design and Communication. You have done an MBA as well. You have worked for a few years in Warwick. What attracted you to your family business?
Okay, so firstly, I actually had my education background in MSc in Business Management and MA in International Design, completely resonating with what I do as an exhibition stand construction person. So the business which I was about to take up is exactly what I did education for. Then secondly, I wanted to actually, I've seen business happening in my own family. We've been organizing events for many years. So it was a very natural choice to come back to my family business. I always loved traveling, so it's still continuing. Creativity has always been my par importance. So this field also gives me that thing. Also interacting with lots of people, meeting interesting people around the globe has always been my thing. So it comes very naturally, and that's why I came back to my family business.
Wow. So staying connected kind of still gives you that creative fuel which you need as an entrepreneur.
Yes, absolutely. So creativity has no limit, and I've seen that in every project that I do, no one project matches the other, so we're catering over about 15 sectors in different countries. So none of my projects are similar to the other one, so that gives me a lot of freedom to do many more things, and that does not let boredom set in. So that's the best part about my field, and that's why it keeps me ticking on this.
Great. So, Petrus, what kind of momentum Target Advertising and Marketing has been able to generate since its foundation? Tell us more about that.
Oh, a lot has changed. So previously when we started off, we were learning new things in the trade. And right now, currently, if you say that we were working about 20 clients, and currently we are about more than 65 globally. Also, we have a small team of people. Now we're about 35 to 40 globally. And actually, we've been moving around as and when the clients and or markets are opening up. We've now got an office in Dubai, which is actually catering to the global market. And we're very well connected to both the worlds, the Europe, the UK, also the Asia side. And we're sitting exactly strategically where the global trade shows happen. So it has been a very conscious choice and it's working very well. Also, before we were about say 3 to 4 sectors. Now we are in pharmacy. We do a lot of into electrical. We do tourism. We do aviation. Wow. So now about 15 sectors totally, and it's been a very good experience learning from all these sectors.
Okay, that's great. So, according to you, what are the key drivers of this momentum for your company?
Okay, so firstly, we've always focused on giving good value to our clients, because if you give value to them, they will always come back to you. They've always been with you. Good relationships happen, and we are honest with our approach. Whatever we have promised, we've always been delivering, like good quality stand, timely finishing of the entire project. What has been designed and what has been delivered is exactly what has been promised. So these are the good parameters. Also during the show, we've always been with them. Even after the show, we've been there looking at how the exhibition went about, how we can do some changes. So these are the factors which our clients have always loved and come back very naturally. And all our clients are more than about 15 years with us. And it's also global. So we are very thankful to God that these have been our core values, and it's been continuing ever since.
Okay. So these are very much the basics of a service industry, right? You give your customers value, you give them good experience, and they're definitely going to stick around no matter how the competition is. So apart from these basics, do you think there is any other key driver for your momentum for the business growth of?
So lately, right now, we've been focusing on 2 major aspects of the industry. One is that innovation has been very important in an industry, in fact, and we've also actually taken this in a very serious way. So we have injected a lot of technology, innovative experiential technology, where actually this technology helps the exhibitors go closer to the brand, and they are actually able to showcase their brand in a very different way. And this actually is impacting the visitors in such a way that is emotionally connecting them with the product. So the exhibitors are quite benefited by giving the same product, but it's actually marketed in a different way. And we are driving this parameter that we are telling the clients that please infuse more technology and try and use such a thing where a digital touchscreen or a VR or augmented reality application, maybe touchscreens or maybe interactive floors. So these all are actually very much liked by the visitors, and the visitors actually come in to see some X factor in the stands. So we are actually driving this, that every exhibitor should use technology and along with their traditional graphics or their product displays, so that actually they look good and in turn they get more visitors, and that's how they add value.
Wow, that's really nice. So in your industry, I think the post-pandemic era has brought a lot of change. The industry kind of came to a standstill during the pandemic, and after that, there is a lot of changes happening in the industry. So can you give us a glimpse of what are the challenges the organizers or service providers in your space facing, as well as the challenges which the exhibitors are facing?
Okay, so firstly, in March 2020, when everything shut down, literally exhibition industry, along with many other industries, were very badly hit, severely hit. So I'll give you a fine example that basically physical touch was the first thing that you can't do in the COVID times. And exhibition is mass gathering. So instantly, you're not allowed to do exhibitions, and this gave us a completely new birth to a new type of an exhibition which we never experienced, is virtual events. So very quickly we adapted. In the next 3 months of the COVID, we took a decision that till the physical exhibitions start, we start with the virtual events. So we created our own virtual event platform, and we were very happy to get all our old clients on board. We did many government clients, we did private events, and which were all virtual. So that was the first thing that really happened, and we were the first comers into that, and we really were successful in virtual events. As time passed by, it slowly turned to hybrid. So mainly the exhibitions opened up with less people. So where you had 180,000 people coming, it was just about, say, 20,000 people coming. So we did live feed from the virtual platform to the physical space. We had a little bit of hybrid type of an event where people were communicating from the booth. Also, along with that, many people were working from their offices. So the virtual events were taking place while the hybrid events, the whole experience was taking place in the physical space as well. Then the physical exhibitions completely opened up. So this brought them back, but it was still taking time, and it took us at least about 3 years for good events to take place at the scale that actually it's coming back to. So now we've completely out of it. The events have come back to normal, but many things changed. And the good thing is that the mindsets changed.
Okay.
And the way the exhibition should be done, the events should be done, and how strategy should be framed to get maximum out of the few people who are coming. And the products also became more virtual. Also the product displays were more virtual. So these are the things that actually never happened. Thanks to COVID, many things changed, many new ideas came in, and that was the things that COVID brought in. So yes, a lot of things have changed, but it's all gone back to the normalcy.
All right. So you are saying that a lot of phygital things are now happening in the physical spaces, which is a very interesting thing to have. It is a good to have. The mindset of the consumers has changed in terms of technology adoption and in terms of bringing in adopting new methods to bring the wow factor to their stand. So what are the challenges the exhibition industry is facing post-pandemic?
So there are a lot of challenges like any other industry. So at this moment, organizers are now moving to a bigger venues. Many people are interested to do exhibitions, and exhibitors are wanting to expand their current markets, especially if you go to see in South America, you see certain exhibitions that happen in Kazakhstan, right now Turkey. So right now you will see a lot of flow of Indian companies also moving towards international exhibitions, and also a lot of international exhibitors coming here. So when the exhibition market is opening up, when exhibitors, the industries are wanting to do more stands, the venues need to open up with bigger spaces. So currently at this moment, whatever the venues that we have, they are looking to actually expand, and wherever possible the organizers want to explore bigger and open spaces where they can actually consume or entertain more exhibitors. And from the exhibitors' point of view, they are always looking for good quality visitors coming from different spaces, specifically coming from their industry, which will be most beneficial. You have walk-ins, you can see a lot of crowd at the exhibitions, but many times the exhibitors do complain that are they getting actually the exhibitors that they want? Are they getting the quality leads? And also they need to be followed up very well from the exhibitors' side. So these are the ongoing challenges with the organizers and the exhibitors are facing. Particularly looking at the stand construction point of view challenges, like also the exhibitors now have lots of options. So they also can choose so many stand construction companies like us. But however, we have our own value systems, and God forbid, we don't have any problems as such. We are having our continued clients, and we are serving them very well.
Okay. Great. So that means even despite the competition, you say that there are certain differentiating factors, the value system which you talk about, which kind of gives you a mileage over your competitors.
Take us through that. What are these?
So, as I said, that innovation has always been there within us. We've always adapted to change. And like as I said, that we brought in virtual events. We're taking help of technology. Currently, we are also very sensitive about the environment. So we are promoting sustainable products to all our clients. Wherever possible, they can actually use these biodegradable or less carbon footprints kind of materials so that they can help the environment. Also, long-term relationships, we keep meeting our clients, we keep having coffees over, so they are also connected to us, and we are very flexible in our approach. So these are the value systems that we've been having, and clients are quite happy with what we do.
Okay, great. So you talked about innovation and new trends a lot. Tell us, what are the kind of trends that are coming up in the events and exhibition industry?
So currently trends, as I said, that right now the first kind of a trend that actually wants to come in is that how we can do many exhibitions with a similar type of brand building. So the trend is that right now most of the clients are not looking to change designs too much. They're trying to actually have a design which is going to be used throughout the different trade shows globally. How we've been working is that we've been trying to kind of look at one design, and we're trying to promote that design for different markets as well, so that actually the design has the brand value, and it's in a repeat mode. So they do get a lot of savings also by storing the material. Also, it's a very innovative kind of way to approach brand building. And lastly, I think the world is right now more moving towards the sustainability factor, as I said. And technology is particularly playing a very big role. The role of AI, the role of artificial intelligence in terms of like how you can track how many people are coming to the stand, how many people are reaching out to you, how many people are actually crossing the leads. Also, are there really good quality visitors coming through? So these are the things that even technology can actually solve these issues. So these are the new trends that have been likely happening in the exhibition industry.
Okay. So when you talk about technology, specifically give us examples of some events which you would have curated with these new kind of experiential experiences for your customers.
Yeah, so lately we did an event which was actually planned in a fashion that the person, I would not like to name the person, but the company actually had a very simple philosophy of actually showing the factory, taking the visitors to the factory and showing them in person. So what we just included one technology and saved a lot of money by including a virtual factory walk. So we actually had created VR. We made them wear that, and we had given a virtual factory tour, and all the factory elements were explained in less than 3 minutes.
Okay.
So we repeated this for many other clients. They saved a lot of money by not taking the visitors, keeping them in the bus or the vehicles, and then coming back to their factories. So the money spent there and the time that was spent there, they completely curtailed by having this VR on it. Second example I would give is that we introduced a lot of games like trivia through touchscreen applications, also some interactive AR kind of games where people actually got engaged. They started giving their information, and also that actually helped the exhibitors get good quality information from the client visitors who are there, and visitors were also getting good benefits from the client, that they could actually give out some merchandise, they could give out some freebies and things like that. So it works two ways. The people want to come on the stand, there has to be some X factor on the stand to actually come there and experience, and the visitors and the exhibitors also are looking to actually try and draw more attention, that people come in and ask about their products. So technology plays a very major role in doing that. We also given this virtual augmented reality application to one of our clients who are actually making machines. and they were not able to explain the machine parts. So we used the augmented reality application, and we opened up the entire machine in smaller parts, and each
Exploded
part,
view.
yes, exploded view. So each part was actually explained in a nice way, how they could actually promote their unique machine parts and how are they different from the competitors, and each part was actually retained very well by the visitors, and they could actually close good amount of deals. So yes, technology is a very important part. You can't now be away from that, and you must plan technology well with your exhibition team, and also starting early is very, very important.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because using technology, the exhibitor, it becomes easy for the exhibitor to not only give that information in a very subtle fashion without even the visitor kind of knowing that they are being fed with certain kind of product USPs. It's kind of a gamification of the entire thing. So they're kind of leveraging VR and AR, and then kind of pushing the right kind of information without even the visitor knowing that they are being fed with some information.
Correct. Yes.
That's a beautiful example which you gave.
Yeah.
Apart from this, what do you think exhibitors can do to stand out in a crowded trade show?
Okay, so first of all, visually striking stands are always the first thing that the visitors would notice. So if you have good color combinations, using very modern type of structures, very open to kind of see, not crowded, not many pillars around it. If you have good branding space, they are the first pointers where visitors would love to engage with you. People start taking pictures of the booth, they start sending out, and actually your stand becomes a visual treat and also a marketing point. So always design your stands very well. Secondly, I would feel that outstanding service is very important. Visitors keep coming, and if you are greeting them on the stand, giving them good time, people actually love the experience. So every exhibitor must make sure that the visitors are taken care. They've been fed with water or maybe coffee, and give them some time slot to come back, because usually in a crowded show, visitors come in with a lot of hope and expectation. But then finally, I can understand the exhibitors are busy, but you can always schedule a meeting. You can ask to come at the reception, schedule some kind of an appointment system where actually exhibit visitors would be happy to come back at that time, or maybe take it online after the exhibition. That is one second way that you can take. Third, I think, is that we can create some innovative type of experience in such a way that the stand actually has, once the visitor comes in the booth, they can actually have some space to interact. Many times we have seen that exhibitors are quite busy with their existing meetings. The visitors are not able to do anything else at the booth than just wait for the person. So I feel that if we can give some kind of engagement, like they can actually, for example, they can run through the brochures by introducing QR codes where they can download the brochure on the tablet or on the mobiles. They can browse through their products. Maybe you can have some touchscreen applications or some video format, your corporate presentation that people are seeing, and I think that will give them some time, and we can always cater. They can drop in some remarks, and then they can leave. So I think in a crowded space, these are the few things that they should do.
Wow, these are great tips. So in terms of your tips for an exhibitor to do pre-event marketing, give us some tips on that.
Yeah, there are 3 things that I always tell them to do. First is that you know your audience very well, who are going to come. Okay, so if there's a particular industry that you're looking at, and so do social media well in advance, start targeting them, start talking to them very well in advance. Put some adverts, 5 days to go, 4 days to go. We welcome you. Thank you for your visit at the booth. So do social media before the event is very important.
So what is the ideal period? Sorry for interrupting you, but I think this is a crucial thing for our exhibitors to know. In how much well in advance do they need to prepare for an event?
So I would say at least if you have a very big stand and you really want to get some good output of it, at least 3 months in advance. I think everything, your design, your commercials, everything needs to be signed up 1 month in advance so that the production happens well in place. And you can start doing social media, as I said, that a month prior is good enough. 15 days you can run very fast campaigns to spread out. Second medium would be email marketing. You're always in touch with all your visitors through email. Let them know that you are actually exhibiting. Okay, they would be very proud to feel that, oh, now we can connect to them. So they would actually come to your place. It's like more of an e-invitation, So do email marketing very well. And thirdly, you could basically do a lot of video promotions through LinkedIn. Try and make some very good, catchy videos like short reels or maybe kind of short messages that you can send across. You can have your directors speak directly to the audiences as though it's like a personal invite. So they feel that, you're going to be connected very well during the exhibition. And also, I would like to add one more point that if you can give some early promotions or some kind of a giveaway, that if you come to our booth, you would be able to engage with these products and you'll be giving a free gifts while we are there or something like that. So people actually see a purpose. Why should I be there? Of course, old connections will be coming, but new connections will be looking forward to be coming. So you should always keep your invitations engaging so that when people come on the booth, they have a reason and then they really interact and well with the people at the booth. So that's a good way.
And of course, announce your giveaway well in advance on social media. Create a buzz about that.
Yes.
And, do a lot of social media engagement and draw them to your booth.
Yes, absolutely. I'll tell you a very fine example. I was in a trade show for aviation. And I would not like to name that particular client, but they had a very lucrative offer that if you actually win some of their competitions at the booth, they would be giving a business class a ticket to maybe Spain or Singapore, I don't remember that, but they had a very good lucrative offer.
Wow.
So lots of people came in, they played the game, they were on the leaderboard, they did some cycling activities and stuff, and one of them actually won the business class ticket. Wow. So that was very, very good. Also, some of the exhibitors are putting all visiting cards and stuff. So I would say digitally you can do a raffle draw. You could actually try and make some apps that actually you can, they would come there and engage and try and win. So people always like rewards. Yeah. So you should have that on your stand.
Absolutely. These are some really great tips for a pre-event marketing. So when you talk about social media, there is a lot of comparison in general in marketing that social media kind of gives you the analytics which are required at your fingertips, right? In the event space, is there a way to measure what kind of impact your event has been able to create, or what kind of impact your exhibition participation has done to your business? Is there a way to measure that?
Yes, it is tough in the physical space, but also there is a breakthrough in that. So how I think one should plan it is that through these games, as I said, or through QR codes, one can download the brochure, one can scan the brochure, they can leave the first numbers or their contact details, and that way once they scan the brochure, the contact details go to the sales team, and the sales team can approach them and they can kind of contact them. In that context, they can actually even measure how many people have downloaded the brochure, how many people have played the game. I've seen we've been doing also a few activities where leadership boards are there, some kind of a cycling activity or a running exercise or something of that sort where people are engaged. So when people are engaged, they leave their digital contacts, like the digital footprints, and in that way basically the contacts come to the client and you are able to see how many people played the game, how many people downloaded the brochure. There are some ways where you have certain cameras that can actually track how many people are coming on the stand, but I would not advise, because people are not comfortable in that manner.
There
But
are
I think
certain legal nuances to it as well,
yes,
right?
yes. So that way, certain consent needs to be taken. I would not like to go that route, but I think if the consent is there, by playing the game, you give the information. By scanning the QR code, you give this information. I think there's a lot of help in calculating how many people came to the stand. So in that physical space, you said.
Great. So we spoke about pre-event marketing. We spoke about how can one measure the impact. I think events in general are very overwhelming. So let us say it's a 3-day event, and after the event, the organizers, or so to say the exhibitors team, they're kind of overwhelmed, right? So in terms of what are the good practices which one should do after the event, so that the person is able to actually capitalize on the momentum which they have kind of built during the event, and what are the tips for bringing out the maximum ROI from event participation?
Okay, that's a good question. So firstly, you will see that there are so many people coming to the stand and many don't get meetings. So what they do is they drop the business cards, and through raffle draws and other things, they do a giveaway. But I think in that context, once you have these leads, the salespeople have to act very fast. I would say 24 to 48 hours after the event, immediately an email should go from the exhibitors team to the visitor that thank you for visiting. These are the information, the important contact information. If you want to download any products that were there, you can create a mini website that actually can help them after the show get in touch with the team again. Also do a lot of follow-ups. So you can actually introduce maybe the CRM softwares now, put the details on the CRM immediately, so that they have a very calculated way to get back. Customers are also waiting for that email. I must say that the exhibitors don't know this, but visitors do want to get in touch with the company. So exhibitors must make an effort, make sure that they contact the visitors within 24 to 48 hours, put those contacts on the CRM, and that would actually help them get better responses. And that's how you can calculate the ROI, how many people came on the stand, and was it a productive one or not.
Wow. So these are some great tips which you have given. So what are the 3 tips you can give to an entrepreneur in the services business for exponential growth?
So that's a very interesting question that you've asked. I think the 3 things that are very important is that you have good communication with your customer. Customer is the king. You always need to be nearer to your customers, serve them, see their problems, and try to come up with a solution. That's what the service industry is all about. Secondly, I think innovation is very, very critical. You see trends, you're moving around, you're traveling with the AI coming in. There are a lot of innovation that needs to be pumped into the business. So I think the service industry innovation is the most important element. Third, to execute all of this, I think one must build a very good team. Someone you trust can be one of the most important elements, and also creative and skilled people who are with you in your team. I think the service industry really kicks up very well.
Wow. What are the 3 general traits an entrepreneur should have to be successful, according to you?
According to me, I think there's no shortcut to hard work. It's very, very critical. Keep your hours clicking in a very quality manner. Try to put in as many hours that you can think that needs to be done. Don't look at the clock. It's not so important, but your age and that time that you have, that is very critical. Secondly, I think building good relationship is very important for any entrepreneur, whichever sector, whichever industry. I think building good relationship with your clients, with your nearby people who have always helped you in your business. I think this is the second great takeaway.
And how do you do that?
I think the way we feel that the building of good connections is that reach out to your people who you actually maybe the clients or maybe some good mentor. So I think those people are always there to help you. So keep good relationships and build good relationships. Trustworthy relationships are very important as an entrepreneur. I think the third would be mentorship. Have always good mentors around you. So if you have good people who can mentor you, take you out from the situation, they can actually pump in some good ideas. And especially a mentor who is not from your industry will give a very fresh kind of an idea. So I have had friends from different industry. I've got my immediate family to help me in mentorship. So I've always had good mentors, and always they take me out of the situation and help me and keep me innovated. So this is what I feel that entrepreneur should be having.
Great. Really awesome tips and so much to learn from. Great insights. A lot of conversations about innovation, general traits an entrepreneur should have. So 3 rapid questions with 3 points and answers each. The first is going to be, what are the 3 common mistakes which an exhibitor does when thinking of a trade show participation, and how they can avoid them?
Okay, so very quick 3 is that I think planning is very important. If you don't plan it properly, don't plan your resources properly, you are going to spend more and the impact is going to be very less. So plan your exhibitions early. Secondly, train your staff, because the people who are going to be on your stand, they're going to cater many visitors. So while you are going to be busy on the meetings, your staff is going to handle these queries. So maybe in some short time, you have many people coming at the booth and you might miss out a very big lead. So train your staff to handle these leads very well. And third, I feel that we as exhibitors don't follow up on our leads well. Once you have so many visitors coming, one needs to very quickly get back to them, start filtering out, maybe have temperature ratings, maybe filter out from cold leads, warm leads to hot leads, who are the most potential ones, and follow up very quickly. I said that these are the 3 things, if you do, you will be successful in your exhibition that you're having.
So it was really great to have you at the show today. I got to know so much about the exhibition industry and the new and innovative stuff which you guys are doing. I would definitely like to explore your services and, have a custom curated stall for my company someday soon.
It would be a pleasure. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you so much for your thing. And we look forward to having you at the booth.
Thank you. I hope you liked this episode. If you liked the video, hit the like button and share it with your fellow entrepreneur friends. For more such insightful conversations with entrepreneurs and SME enablers, subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for more content. Until then, keep the momentum going.